All right, in today's video, I want to talk to you a little bit about why the Easy Boiler. Out of all the other boiler options out there, why the Easy Boiler? Now, let me just start off by saying that I do not work for Easy Boiler. I'm not in partnership with Easy Boiler. I don't get a kickback from Easy Boiler, and they're not sponsoring this whatsoever. Why did I choose the Easy Boiler? Well, I'm going to give you a couple reasons. So for me, it boils down, boiler. To me, it comes down to three things. First, affordability. We had a couple central boiler dealers in our area, and I was looking at for a model that would probably heat my home, and that's about it. I was looking at about $8,500. I had saw commercials online for the Easy Boiler. I saw ads like on Facebook or whatever, and they were talking about them for $5,000, and there was free delivery and a chunk off of that if you paid in cash. And I researched, I looked into things, I talked to people, etc. And ultimately, the Easy Boiler came down for me that I was going to have a boiler with less bells and whistles, potentially a little less efficient, might use a little bit more wood, but was going to be almost half the price as a central boiler of the same size. So I went with the price. It was affordable to me. It was a cheaper price. They delivered free within a certain mileage, and I fit into that mileage from their place, and that sealed the deal for me. The second thing is accountability. Tim and his people are the consummate professionals. They are the example of what it is to provide professional, courteous, constant customer service in contact. There is not a time that I have not called Easy Boiler, that I have not spoken to somebody who's been knowledgeable enough to walk me through my problem, my question. And Tim, anytime I had talked to Tim, the owner of Easy Boiler, he not only is able to answer my questions, but if he's not, he is able to direct me to somebody who can. And then he is kind enough to say, listen, call me back. Let me know how this worked. Let me know if what we did is corrected, because he's, in his words, I can't help you unless I know what's going on. So I had several issues early on just in how I was using the boiler and what I was doing right and wrong, and he walked me through those things, and we corrected those issues. And it was phenomenal. In every conversation, Tim was just polite. He was kind. You could tell that you were not bothering him. You were not pestering him. You were not taking away from his time. His time is your time. And I guarantee, and I don't know from experience, but I'll bet you anything that you're not going to gain that kind of partnership, that kind of professionalism, that kind of accountability, where when someone sells you something, they say, look, you call me night or day and I'll be here to help you with it. You just don't find that anymore. Their customer service is absolutely incredible. Thirdly, the machine is fairly manageable. There's not a lot of moving parts. There's not a lot of bells and whistles. There's not a lot of electronics that go to it. There's not blowers that I have to worry about, or digital readouts that if they go wrong, and there's not a computer board in there. There's not a lot of different things in there that are, there's not a lot of those pieces that I had to worry about. So it's very manageable. For the most part, this thing is easy to manage. Why did I really choose the Easy Boiler? I had called 2 different central boiler distributors in my area. Both of those companies that I spoke to Both of them, it took them 8 weeks and 10 weeks to get back to me. And that was with me calling them, me emailing them. One company came out fairly quickly. He said, we're going to email you an estimate. We can get this done for you. It looks like an easy setup for us, blah, 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 blah. I never heard back. And I called them, I emailed them, and I bugged them. Like, look, this was July and August. I needed to get this done if I was going to start heating in September, October. I called Easy Boiler. Tim answered the phone, and he listened to my story. He listened to what I needed. He made his recommendations. And I said, well, what's the next step for us? And he said, well, the next step is for you to make a decision if you want an Easy Boiler or not. And then if that's the case, then I can deliver it to you on Friday. This was on a Tuesday. I said, Tim, this is incredible because I have talked to several other boiler companies and it's taken them 8 and 10 weeks and they haven't even ended up not even responding to me after that. And I was going to lay 10 or 12 grand in their lap to get a working boiler to heat my house and my hot water in my garage with. He said, well, I can't say anything about them, but all I know is this. We are in the boiler business. We eat, sleep, and breathe boilers. This is what we do. I deliver all over America. I'm gone every other weekend, out of state delivering. But the weeks that I'm here, I can deliver in your area. So if you let me know tomorrow whether or not you want this, I can have it to you on this Friday or this Saturday, and we can set it up and get it ready. I pulled the trigger on Wednesday morning. Tim had that thing to me on a Saturday. His installers came on a Monday and they installed. In less than 1 week, Easy Boiler was here, delivered, and installed my boiler, whereas it took 8 to 10 weeks before I ever heard back from one of the other companies for Central Boiler, and then I never heard back from the other company from them. And I still haven't heard back from them. It's been 2 years now. This is the kind of service, professionalism, and cooperation that you are going to get when you contact Easy Boiler. And again, I am not a partner with Easy Boiler. I don't sell them. I don't make any money on it. They're not a sponsor for me. They have no idea that I'm doing any of this. I'm telling you, this company is an outstanding company and provider for affordable, accountable, maintainable boilers. And when they say easy, part of the easy, most of the easy, doesn't have to do with what you have to do. It's because they make it easy. Man, I should be an Easy Boiler representative. If you're an Easy Boiler user and you're watching these videos, first of all, welcome. Love having you here. I'm glad you're here. But if you wouldn't mind in the comments below, maybe you could share your story. Why did you choose the Easy Boiler? Is your story similar to mine? Do you have that same experience? Do you feel that partnership with Tim and his people at Easy Boiler? And maybe you're using a different kind of boiler and you're just here checking out these videos. And that's fine too, and we love having you here. Excited that you're here. But what about your experiences? Do your experiences with Central Boiler and these other boiler companies, do they line up with what you heard me today talk to you about with Tim and his company? I'd love to hear your stories as well.